Hey, this is my trade results video for trade 400 to trade 500. And actually it was trade 400 to trade 499 because I finished Friday at 499. I didn't take an extra trade. Um, and I didn't want to take one trade from the prior batch on Monday and start the new batch on Monday as well. So I just wanted to start fresh. So I'm just going to end this phase at 499 and then start fresh on Monday. So this phase had 99 trades in it, um, risking a max of $10 per trade. Most trades I did not risk that much, um, but that was my max risk. It took me almost exactly 2 months, so from May 29th to July 26th to finish 99 trades, which I think is my fastest, um, my quickest time to 100 trades. But again, it's not a race, but it does show that I'm getting more comfortable taking trades. And so my total gain was $45.88. So here's the P&L. The first 30 trades were pretty choppy. I had a couple really big drawdowns, a $20 loss or a $17 loss right after a $3 loss. That was the June 12th day. No, actually, I think the June 12th day was, yeah, it was. That was like the big market crash day, which really, it really affected me psychologically. And I made my way back and then had another huge drawdown day. And that's what I want to work on. Um, is when I was winning, I was winning small because I was trading small, and when I was losing my max loss because I still had my stop at $10 for my max loss, but I always let it get hit. So if the market is going against me, I rarely ever get out early. I just let myself get stopped out if I'm scaling in. If I'm not scaling in, then I'm very quick to exit. But this day and this day with the big losses, I was scaling in, and I just never exited. So I have to get way better at that. If I'm using a wide stop and the premise changes, I have to be quick to exit. I can't afford these massive drawdowns. But despite those drawdowns, and this is like a recurring theme that I always think I'm gonna mess up the phase. I'm not gonna be able to make it back, and somehow I always inch forward. And if I just keep doing the right things, somehow it works out. So this just keeps happening, and if I just keep taking the trades that I'm comfortable with and forget about trying to make up the loss, eventually it just gets made up on its own. So I'm really happy with making almost $46, risking a max of $10. You can see my average loss is 335. So I was rarely ever taking a full loss and rarely ever even risking $10. But when I did risk $10 and scale in, I took a full loss, and that was my largest loss here, 1066. But my average loss was much smaller than that, which means most of my losses were small. Those big losses were days where I was scaling in a bear trend, and those messed me up. But so my risk is a little under 2 times my reward, so maybe like 1.7. I don't know exactly, but it's a little under 2, a little under a 2 to 1. My accuracy was 74.5% win rate. Here it says 70.7 win rate, but I'm assuming that these scratch trades some of them are like 5-cent winners or 10-cent winners, and I think this pie chart just includes everything that was profitable. So I like to go by this because it's a bigger number. So 74.5% win rate and 25.5% losing rate, which is my best win rate so far. So profit factor of 1.57. Again, this is decently a decent margin above 1, which is just to be profitable. At 1.57 is pretty good. But again, I don't know what I should be at. But it's definitely profitable. Definitely a profitable batch of 100 trades. So I feel comfortable to increase my size. I don't know if there are any other stats I need to cover, but for the next 100 trades, I'm going to increase the size to $25 per share max size. So my first entry will be, if I'm scaling in, it'll be $10 to $15. Most times, if I think I'm scaling in, most times I don't even scale in. So a lot of trades, Because I know for this batch, a lot of trades were, I knew I was going to risk a max of $10, but after my first entry, I just never ended up adding. So most of my losses were $2 or $3 or $5 based on the first entry only. And so I rarely do add, but when I do, I'm going to try to make it so my max loss is $25 for this phase. And so this is a big jump, 250% jump from a max risk of 10 to a max risk of 25. I'm only going to do that until I get to risking 1% of my account. So right now my account is $5,000. So once I get to, hopefully if I do well in the next phase, I'll go up to risking $50 per trade. And then once I get to 50, which is 1% of my account, then I'll just consistently risk 1% of my account. And as my account grows, I'll continue to risk 1%. And so my risk will grow with my account. But right now I'm working my way up to risking 1%. So I'm going a little bit quicker. So hopefully if all goes well, I'll go up to $50 from trade 600 to 700, and then I'll just stay there and grow with my account. At that point, I will feel a lot more confident that I'm actually a profitable trader. Right now, I consider myself profitable because I am profitable, technically, but I still think I need way more data to conclude that. There is one more set of stats that I wanted to show. These are my stats from when I first started keeping track of all my trades and when I started the channel and everything, which was about 3 years ago. So starting August 1st, 2017, when I took my first trade with keeping stats and like trading properly. So since then, I've made $144.03. My average losing trade is $1.51, and my average winning trade is $1.13. So my average loss is slightly bigger than my average win, and my win percentage is 69.1 on average. But this last 100 trades, my win percentage was 75% approximately. So I traded above my average, which I think is a good sign. But my profit factor, so this is my average profit factor is 1.67. I traded under my average profit factor. So I don't think I traded particularly well. And then here is the cumulative P&L. There's a big break in here for 2 years where I was just going sideways because I just kept sizing down. I was risking 10 cents. I think I wouldn't put it past me to do this again. Just because as I learn more, I start to experiment more, and I start to second guess older trades and potentially older patterns that did work for me. So in here was just a huge learning phase where I was just trying to figure a lot of stuff out and doubting myself and just going deeper. And in that process of going deeper, a lot of the things I was comfortable with before, I just stopped doing them. And also I was experimenting a lot more. So I went sideways for a long time, but overall definitely upward trajectory. So I'm happy with my progress so far. And starting Monday, I'll be increasing my max risk to $25.